do you describe this change, Trump 1.0 to 2.0, and is it working for him?
You know, yeah, he's got a new technique. He's very loyal to the people who got him back there, the people who surrounded him. He needed people to fill those positions. He was comfortable with Nome, and he has a new trick. Let me coin a word here. He gabbards them. Just like Tulsi Gabbard, he puts them in a position and then stops listening to them when he finally decides they're not worth it, but he's not going to hand their scalp over to the other side.
So it's interesting you say not handing the scalp over, because that happened with his attorney general nominee, right? And he gave up the scalp, if you will. And then when it came to Pete Hegseth's nomination, he took a stand and sent J.D. Vance up to the Senate to push Hegseth's nomination through. What is the difference of handing over the scalp and not handing over the scalp?
It gives the other side a win that he doesn't want to give them. It allows a headline that, oh, Trump chose someone bad, and he's walking it back. He's going to double down on these decisions. He can sideline them, marginalize them, maybe convince them, hint, hint, you should step aside after the midterms. But for right now in this election year, why bother? The Senate's got to get stuff done. The House has got to get stuff done. Just don't listen to him anymore and leave him in the position is kind of the tactic the White House is taking.
Well, it also seems as though they realize that if they give up a scalp, then it just begets more scalp seeking or scalping. This is President Trump talking about Commander Bovino, who was the commander-at-large of the Border Patrol and has now been sent back to his sector.
Commander Bovino is supposedly leaving Minneapolis along with some CBP agents. Is this a pullback?
I don't think it's a pullback. It's a little bit of a change. Bovino is very good, but he's a pretty out there kind of a guy, and in some cases that's good. Maybe it wasn't good here.
It always amazes me when President Trump just sort of says what it is. Maybe being so far out there isn't a good thing, and that, I guess, is the message to the rest of ICE. Don't be so out there.
Right. And listen, you know, Bovino, it looks like he's going to be the Icarus here, flew too close to the sun, got promoted over his boss, now is going to take the fall for everything. Trump won't go for the person he picked. He'll go for the person she picked, and that's Bovino.
Okay, so Tom Tillis, senator from North Carolina, says that Nome should go. Take a listen.
What she's done in Minnesota should be disqualifying. She should be out of the job. And I mean, really, it's just amateurish. It's terrible. It's making the president look bad on policies that he won on.
Democrats love when Republicans fight with each other. There is, however, this only very narrow group of Republicans who are willing to fight with Trump, and that is either, I guess, the dead or soon to be dead. In that there are those who realize that they're going to retire or who have decided they don't care. What does that show? And I think the ... to it is, this time around, Trump doesn't care when that happens.
He doesn't care when that happens. And, you know, I mean, Tillis is speaking for other senators, the ones who can't speak up. Tillis has the concern he's not running for re-election. You'll see people like Susan Collins come out and criticize, and that actually helps her in Maine to get reelected. It helps Lisa Murkowski, to a degree, solidify Democrats in Alaska when she needs to, although she's not on the ballot this time. But the president doesn't care anymore. The president's not beholden. I mean, we see this Tom Tillis dynamic in Donald Trump. He's never running for office again. What does he care? The problem for the Republicans is they need him to care because you've got the midterms coming.
Well, right, and he's caring, we said in the last segment, by going ahead and basically putting himself on the ballot. He views that as the only way to get the faithful out.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.